Welcome to another edition of Focus Forward. My name is Jamie Salinas, Executive Director of Forward Worthington. We are the Chamber of Commerce, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, and Worthington Regional Economic Development Corporation for the Worthington area. And this time, back in downtown Worthington, we are at Worthington Federal Savings Bank, and we are talking to Chad Nixon. He is the President and CEO, relatively new President and CEO of Worthington Federal. And so, Chad, thanks a lot for coming on. Now, a lot of folks, especially here in Worthington, remember you being very involved here in town, probably as far as on the business end of things, being an owner of the Burger King here in town. So kind of take us back, from Burger King to now, your origin story for lack of a better term.
Yeah. My girlfriend, then wife now, Jessica, and I moved to Worthington in 1998. Loved the community, always felt like it was home. What brought me to Worthington was the build of a new Burger King on the big corner there. And I, right out of school, was given the opportunity to become a franchisee of Burger King's, and I kind of cut my teeth, as you would say, in the industry in Worthington, and then had an opportunity in 2002 to buy a restaurant in Chamberlain. Now, that being said, my passion was always to buy Worthington, but at that time it just wasn't for sale, so it wasn't an opportunity to stay. So we moved out to Chamberlain in '02. We were there from '02 to '06, and then was presented an opportunity to come back to Worthington and buy into Worthington, and that's what brought us back. We always felt like Worthington was home. We always felt like everybody in this town felt like family. And that's what ultimately brought us back. And we started having kids during that time, and we were closer to grandparents, which was a big deal. And but once again, what really brought us back, though, is just Worthington felt like home.
So talk about now. So at a certain point, you and your partners sold and got out of the Burger King franchises and everything. And not too long after that, it was probably arranged beforehand, I'm sure, you landed on your feet here at the bank. So kind of talk about how was that transition, going from, business franchisee, business owner and such like that, into the banking environment?
Yeah, it's been quite rewarding. The whole story is, in 2015, I was asked to become a board director here at Worthington Federal Savings Bank. I was also a customer, of course, but I believe the board at that time was looking for someone who was young, a business owner that was very involved in the community, and I checked those boxes. So they invited me onto their board, which I have been extremely fortunate to be part of since 2015, and that led to, in November 1st of 2017, Tom Walsh out of Sioux Falls, myself and another franchisee out of Watertown, South Dakota, had a multi-restaurant sell to a franchisee out of Chicago. And all of a sudden, I was no longer a restaurant franchisee. And I did work for this gentleman that bought us out for about 6 months, and then I received a phone call from the bank president, Doug Tate, along with the board, and asked what my thoughts were about coming onto the team as a loan officer here at Worthington Federal Savings Bank. And that's kind of what opened the door to me as an employee here. Absolutely loved it. Loved the lending program. And at that time, past President Tate was considering retirement, and he needed a successor at that time. So another conversation was had, and hey, what's your direction and how do you feel about this? And I was fortunate. Doug and I had the opportunity to work together for a few years, so it wasn't like we were thrown into the position. I had some time to study under him and see what he did, his day-to-day operations, and it is different. It's very different from the restaurant industry. My day-to-day is much different, but like we had talked about, and you and I have had conversations before, it's really still though about the people. It's about the people that you employ. It's about the people you service, and uh, building those people up on the employee side, and taking care of the customers and making sure that their funds are safe and secure, and we're setting them up to succeed financially.
All right. So talk now about bank president, CEO. You wear a lot of hats. We talked about this before we came on the air here. Wearing a lot of hats. So what is kind of the purpose of the bank president CEO besides being a multi hat wearer?
Well, obviously, a lot of oversight, and whether that's community banking is a little different than corporate banking. In community banking, you're required to wear a lot of hats. So, yes, you are the CEO and probably a lot of the CFO and a lot of the HR director, and so you do wear a lot of hats. But in that sense, it's rewarding because you feel like you have a handle on everything as far as what goes on. But it's a lot of oversight. You find the best people you can, put them in positions. You obviously let them thrive and achieve their goals and grow. But at the end of the day, you're the guy that makes sure that everything's getting done, and making sure that you're doing what's best for your customers, and making sure that their funds are secure and taken care of.
Talk about some of those products and everything. Talk about the bank here now. Some of the products that you offer and services, and even the loans that could be available.
Yeah, our largest portfolio in lending is still mortgage lending. We were actually founded in 1935. It was actually the Chamber of Commerce who are the reason that we're here. They felt they needed a savings and loan that specialized in mortgage lending. They put 5 investors together to get the ball rolling. I still have the original cigar box that held the first deposits in 1935 here. So actually, we exist because of the Chamber of Commerce. So you guys do a lot of great things. Another feather in your hat, but but. That was the reason we were founded, was mortgage lending. Still the largest part of our portfolio. Our consumer lending is very competitive, and another large part of who we are. As well, we do have some commercial lending. We are not a lot of ag lending, but those are all opportunities we're looking at daily to see where we need to grow and what we need to do to be more competitive and to set ourselves apart. Obviously, on the deposit side, I don't want to say banking's banking, but we obviously have a strong deposit portfolio. We do, same as CDs. We've done a lot more in IT and making sure we have mobile banking, mobile deposits, making sure that we're competitive. It's very difficult in the community banking environment because these corporations can spread a lot of these costs for these options for their customers out among thousands of banks. And in community banking, you're smaller. So, it hurts your bottom line, or I should say it affects your bottom line more when you do these add-ons. But you have to find a balance there because you have to provide everything the corporate bank's doing to your customer bank, especially the younger customer bank. I hear this very common. Back in the day, this bank on a Friday would be, 5 deep per teller line, and nowadays, almost all day. And nowadays, everyone can bank from their phone. So it's completely changed the environment of banking. And we still need to stay in contact and make sure that we have that relationship with our customers, even though they're doing a lot of the banking over the app. And so.
Employees. How many folks you got working here nowadays, and kind of what are the roles being played right now?
We are so very blessed that we've had some of the strongest bankers, I think, in our surrounding area here at Worthington Federal Savings Bank. We have 16 employees currently. Within those 16 employees, there's 190 years of banking experience. Wow. Yeah, and that's current. Now, last year we had Doug as president, which was another
another 1,000 at least.
Well, not quite that many, but you could add 24 more years to that. So But so we're very blessed. We're very blessed here that we have a lot of experience. We have a lot of people that have seen a lot of things and know how to handle a lot of things. We have a great group of up and coming bankers in the bank now. We do have some retirements coming up. Obviously, if you have 190 years of experience, some of those bankers are starting to think about retirement. So we've been very fortunate to find succession plans for each one of them that are retiring here in the next year. That's difficult to do these days, especially in a small community. So is to keep and attract young, ambitious professionals, and I feel like we've done a great job doing that.
Now, kind of the overseer of many banks, especially community banks, is their board of directors. How many board members are there for Worthington Federal?
There's five. In once again, another way that we're very blessed and strong is in our direction from our board. We have 5 board members with a lot of years of experience. So we're very fortunate. I'm very fortunate as president to have that direction from them. There's a lot of oversight on their part about what we do daily. They review loans. They see the numbers that for end months and what's happening within the bank. They also monitor marketing and make sure that we're doing everything to sustain the reputation of Worthington Federal Savings Bank that we feel is our standard. So they're very active within our bank. We have monthly meetings that we attend, and they do a great job. But there's 5 of them total, and I'm also a board member. Once again, starting, that's how I actually was introduced into the bank, but in 2015. But there's 5 of us.
Now, I guess just the basic stuff now. It's just, hours, times, Monday through Friday, hours, phone number, contact information.
It's Monday through Friday. So we do open at 8:30 in the morning. We do close at 4, except for on Fridays. Our drive-through is open till 5. Contact information, you can contact the bank at 507-372-2131. Please come in and if there's an opportunity that we can provide any service for you, we'd absolutely love to do it. We feel like we've been a staple of the community for a long time, and we want to continue to be that staple.
He is Chad Nixon. He is the president and CEO here at Worthington Federal Savings Bank. Remember, when you come in, whether it is for your regular banking or maybe you're thinking about opening up an account, make sure you do mention, maybe poke your head in his office like, hey, I saw you on Focus Forward on Studio 3.
I encourage that. I absolutely encourage that. And one thing about a community bank that makes us strong is our door is always open. You don't have to push one to get to anybody. You just make the call and walk in the door. And I think that's what's unique and special about community banking.
Another great chamber member here, a member of Forward Worthington Federal Savings Bank, right here in downtown Worthington. We're at the corner. This is 11th Street and 5th Avenue. 4th Avenue, 5th Avenue? 11th and 5th Avenue. There you go. We'll see when you come in. Don't be afraid to say hi. Coming up next, we're going to talk about what's coming up on the community calendar. Welcome back to Focus Forward here on Studio 3. My name is Jamie Salinas, Executive Director of Forward Worthington. Time to talk about what's coming up on the community calendar here. So ongoing throughout the summer, going on now until we hit October, is the Farmers Market and the Street Market. Farmers Market and Street Market. Downtown Pavilion here in Worthington from 3 until 6 on Tuesdays. And then the Saturday Farmers Market is from 7 until noon every Saturday through the season until October over at the Ace Hardware parking lot for the Saturday Farmers Market. Night to Unite coming up in August the 6th from 5 until 7 p.m. Going to be over at the JBS Fieldhouse, 700 2nd Avenue here in Worthington, and that is hosted by the Worthington Police Department, Nobles County Sheriff's Office, Worthington Fire Department. A great way to connect with your local law enforcement and get to know those guys. You know, a lot of good can be can be done by just getting to know the people in your community, and that includes your local law enforcement as well as the fire department. So make your way out there. Again, that's the Night to Unite on Tuesday night, August the 6th from 5 until 7 p.m. over at the JBS Fieldhouse, 700 2nd Avenue. Going on that same night, we have the District 518 Sports Eligibility Meeting. If your child, if your student is looking to participate in sports for this year, whether it's for the middle school or if it's through the high school, they need to attend the sports eligibility meeting. That way you can fill out the appropriate forms that need to be filled out, especially for the high school league, pay all of the appropriate fees associated with your student's sport, and a chance to get that very first meeting with coaches and everything. And also, in certain cases, getting that impact survey, that impact test done. Impact test is kind of giving that baseline for any potential concussion protocol that may occur during the sports season. So again, that is the District 518 Sports Eligibility Meeting. It is Tuesday night, August the 6th, same night as the Night to Unite, over at the Worthington High School, 5:30 until 7:30. And then it seems like it's a little bit ways off, but it's going to be here before you know it. King Turkey Day. King Turkey Day festivities will be Saturday, September 14th, in the downtown area here. Now, there could be some impact with 3rd Avenue. We'll wait and we'll see how things turn out. But keep that in the back of your head. Otherwise, King Turkey Day, Saturday, September 14th. There will be, of course, some of the usual activities that started off on the Thursday and Friday of that week as well. And of course, you can find out more about the King Turkey Day festivities. Go to their website, kingturkeyday.org, kingturkeyday.org. That is going to do it for another Focus Forward here on Studio 3. My name is Jamie Salinas. Remember, if you know somebody that is interested in becoming a member of Forward Worthington, please reach out, call 507-372-2919, or, of course, you can also look us up on our website, forwardworthington.com. You can look us up on social media as well. If you are thinking about becoming a member, many different membership levels that you can explore, and you can come visit us at the office, 700 2nd Avenue, inside the JBS Fieldhouse, or of course we can always come to you as well. But just don't be afraid to make that call. It's going to do it for Focus Forward for today. We'll see you next time.